Hello, my name is Robert Allen, the director of Soulmates and Spitfires. Yes, I'm still alive. Today, I'd like to share some information with you regarding the film's upcoming online release. For those of you who don't know, Soulmates and Spitfires tells the story of Ellie, a young woman who's working in a secret Spitfire factory during World War II. Whilst working there, she encounters a young man named Matthew and takes a bit of a liking to him. The film follows her as she tries to find out a way to secure a date with him. The film is inspired by a real piece of history from my hometown of Salisbury. During the Second World War, lots of women would volunteer themselves to work in secret Spitfire factories to help the war effort. It was a very long kept secret, around 75 years in fact. The film was actually inspired by a story I found about one of these women who was working in a Spitfire factory when she met her future husband. So I changed all the names, came up with my own characters and my own story, and set a rom-com in a secret Spitfire factory during World War II. The film itself is inspired by a few of my favourite films, most notably Taika Waititi's Jojo Rabbit for its historical setting, Edgar Wright's Scott Pilgrim vs. the World for specifically that one scene where they're at the party, and a few animated shows that I really like, such as Steven Universe. And finally, a lot of the characters are very awkward in the film. I don't really know if I should admit this or not, but this comes from my own experiences with romance and love. See, it's quite a foreign concept to me, so that's why a lot of the characters find it very difficult to navigate these social interactions within the film. The film itself has an entirely new colour grade, which addresses a lot of the common complaints we got from our first pass of the film. I hope that if you've already seen the film before, you'll still check it out at the end of the month, as we've worked really hard on delivering some high quality visuals for you all. This may be a bit technical for some, but please, let me just get this out. The film will be released in 4K on YouTube with a built-in 2.35 aspect ratio. What this means is that if you have a widescreen monitor or display at home, you'll be able to watch the film within its full picture quality with no letterboxing at all. We'll also be releasing the film with a 5.1 surround sound mix. YouTube recently started supporting the feature in around 2021. We didn't get a lot of opportunities to showcase this version of the sound mix, so I hope that if you have the means to do so, you watch the film in its intended 5.1 surround sound mix. As previously mentioned, we'll be releasing the film on YouTube. This is a bit of a homecoming for me, as when I first started making films, I used to upload them all to YouTube straight away. So I hope that you enjoy watching it on my old YouTube channel. However, I wouldn't really recommend going back and watching those videos, as some of them haven't aged well. We're also finally ready to share the poster with you. Our graphic designer used 1940s printing techniques to get the look that you see today. It's very vintage, wouldn't you say? We also have a lineup of character posters that we'll be releasing on social media over the next few weeks, so I hope that you're following the Soulmates and Spitfires account in order to see those when they drop. I have one more thing I'd like to share with you today. A brand new trailer for the film. This is my final announcement, so I'll say goodbye now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you're all looking forward to the release of Soulmates and Spitfires at the end of the month.
You're still looking at him?
Carol, don't do that.
You're starting like a stalker. Your brothers are out there putting their lives on the line, and he's in here, tinkering around with a bit of metal in a garage.
What did you do before you started working at the garage?
I worked in a garage.